darkness. Now it's our time. It's our time to shine. It's our time down here. Oh no. Oh no. All right. Who's not? Oh, they're not allowed because they're heroes of Baldur's Gate. Yeah, that's right. Okay. So certain people aren't allowed because I don't know, discrimination. No, because they're the idea here is that you're always using these others, so it's time to use these instead. So we're losing 2 of our speed champions, which is problematic. This means it's going to take longer than I would like. It's okay, we just got to fill in the gaps. Which one was kid friendly? I think it's no. I have to look it up again. But I think it's the Reslayer's Take, because it's about the Slayer's Take, but it's the It's like it's a group that gets kicked out of the Slayer's Take, and then I don't know, that's what it sounds like. But I don't know for sure. So I gotta go look it up. I don't want to say that and then have that not be the case. Yeah, this will be fine. This isn't ideal, but we're not really. We're gonna be killing with click damage anyway. Right. So it's not out. It's not out yet. They haven't started that. But let me go. Yeah. So the Reslayer's Take is an actual play, is what they're calling it. Premieres May 20th, wherever you listen to podcasts. So it is a podcast. It is not a show you watch. It features people that aren't the normal Critical Role cast, but it does have Jasmine Villar, that bronze girl, who is Certainty Drawn in Ack Inc. and has done all kinds of stuff. She's going to be in it. It's going to have weekly episodes. Listen early and stay 2 weeks ahead on Beacon is the thing. But this says Sam specifically says, I'm so excited about this podcast because finally we're making something that children can enjoy. No swears, no brutal deaths, fun characters. Listen with your kiddos and tell us how they like it. And his kids have listened to the whole thing, all the episodes so far. But yeah. That's the one, the Reslayer's Take, and it'll be a podcast to listen to with your kids. And I guess the episodes aren't going to be too long. They're not like Critical Role long, which is, that's long. Like for kids, that could potentially, for young kids, that could potentially be a problem. Right? but it didn't say exactly how long. Talking about season 3 of Critical Role only tangentially in the style of the storytelling, and that it kind of started out slow and then got real hyped and then dropped down and slowed down a bit, and then now it's getting hype again. Too many guest stars up front? I don't know. Because they did it with. Here's the thing that I liked is they started it off with uh, Abria's series, right? Like her thing with the Crown Keepers, and you know, a lot of people chose not to watch that, like they just didn't get into Abria or whatever. But that was actually a really good, like there was a lot going on there that introduced characters, and so if people didn't watch that, I feel like you just got kind of dumped right into what you thought was the start when it wasn't. Her thing was the start. Yeah, and they have had some, you know, some breaks with other characters and stuff that were fun. I don't, but I think it was, I don't know, I like the storytelling. I know like some episodes are going to be more exciting than others, and to me that's fine. We got high rollers in Ack. She's an age where most PG-13 stuff is okay. I mean, Ack can have, there's some innuendos. Yeah, check occasionally, but I don't think they don't get as like, I guess you could call Critical Role is probably more rated R, maybe. I mean, you could watch the animated series. That one's fine. But yeah, I would say acting live shows are probably feel more PG-13. I don't know. Lurking Rider would know more about high rollers. Oh, there they go. Ox Ventures. Check out Ox Ventures. And they got Rio Reborn done with the first 2 patrons. Nice. Nice, Growlter. But yeah, I would say the Acking live shows are probably better than the C Team. The C Team got pretty horny at times. Well, Rosie Beestinger got pretty horny at times and turned the C Team into that. She's not your grandma's grandma. But I feel like Akink's been like they kind of dance around a lot of stuff. Like it'll kind of come up, and then they're like, "Wait, did we just say?" But then again, Jeremy Crawford is probably the one that I feel maybe makes some some of the harsher comments. As Vi's pretty straightforward. Yeah, Xander Unlimited is what you really need to kind of have to watch EXU. Like the first one, I think both of them, I think all of them so far have been great, but that really the first one with Abria is it sets a foundation that I don't think people understood was coming for season 3 here of Critical Role. And Calamity was fantastic, and also I think set up some background. It's one of those things where like if you don't watch it, you can be fine, but it's almost like the Marvel Cinematic Universe, whereas you're better informed if you do. Yeah. Hey, Noobles. I assume if there's a bard in it, it's probably R-rated. Is that? I don't know. I think the Heroes of the Plains Streamiverse was pretty. I think that was pretty PG-13. But it's not on anymore. Well, no, it's not rated R if it has pirates. It's rated R. Gotta say it right. Yeah, Briv and Averin were the ones that were like, where you'd be like, but even then, it was more just kind of somewhat gross at times. I mean, it's Averin and then Briv eating things that probably shouldn't be eaten. And then one reference to the grinding tree, but that might go over kids' heads, maybe. Depends on their age. Depends on their age. I should check and see if I got my newsletter chest. I did. It's an Ocean Waves weekend. That's actually a pretty cool chest. Featuring Evandra, Hitch, Grama, Nordum, and Jarlaxle. That's cool. I got 4 out of 5 of those. 4 out of 5 ain't bad. I mean, no. Oh, let's see. Let me add this. Increment Storyteller presents. I don't think we. I don't recall. I think a Storyteller Presents might be PG. This is so cool. I just want to look at this for a bit. For anyone that's watched Storyteller Mars Presents, I feel like that was probably pretty PG. If it's PG-13, it's maybe for like a swear word thrown in, but I don't even think there was. It's been a while. Yeah, but it just kind of ends, and that's, I don't know. I was trying to talk about things where there's a lot of content. Storyteller Mars Presents sadly just... Oh, hey, we got an epic. We beat our pity timer. All right. Let's see what we get out of this. Nothing. Garbage. Okay. Celeste is at 5 epics. Oh my god, is Celeste going to be the first full epic? She's on her way. She's on her way. She very well might be. Oh yeah, Graltar. Yeah, if you've got it, got somebody in high school, their comments are going to be worse than what you get in a lot of these TTRPGs. Yeah, I just squirrel. So I think squirrel. Yeah, that's welcome to my stream. Welcome to my stream. I think that pretty much sums it up. Squirrel. Yeah, the Storyteller Mars Presents stuff is up on my YouTube channel in a playlist. But yeah, I mean, ultimately CNE wanted to stick with Idle Champions presents, which, whatever. People watched us too. But yeah, getting all those people together to do episodes without like doing it on the Cena Games channel just wasn't really gonna happen. Everybody's too busy. But once, like, having it be like once every, quarterly day of streaming, a new one popped up was sort of working. I mean, it was a lot of work for Mars, but it was fun. What color are we at? We're yellowish. We're in the yellows. All right. Yeah, I feel like if I can get my fluid flushed out of this system and refill it with new stuff, I feel like we'll stay in pretty good temperatures the whole time. I think the longer I'm streaming, the warmer it's getting, and it's not necessarily cooling down right. But still way better than what I was doing, what was happening before. Yeah, Hail Hydrate, but for the PC. Yeah. I really don't know why I can't find my email confirmation of placing that order. And it has me slightly worried. I guess I will worry when they take money out of my bank account and don't ship me anything. Then I will worry. I already have a GE, but it's available for me to buy in the store. Submit a ticket. Absolutely submit a ticket. Maybe even like screenshot the store. Because they got to fix that, because it's very rare that it feels like it's very rare that it happens, but it's not supposed to at all. Oh, they moved Community K. That's the Q&A. That's right. Today they swapped them around. I'm like, what? Isn't that this morning? It was not. Yeah, because what happens is if you buy it, you just get like 125 item levels, and no one wants to spend money on 125. Not like that. Like, that's not. So, because people were thinking like, oh, do I get a golden potion if I get a dupe? And no. Oh yeah, that's right. It's only going to be an hour. Yeah, that's right. We lost all of our speed. It all worked. All right. I should have just run like 2 15-minute speed potions for this, but oh well. That's the difference. We're losing Shandy and Minsk. We couldn't even get. We barely got 100 areas. Ugh. Ugh. Oh. Oh. I'm just cruising along. Look, we're getting there. We're getting there. Dude, they sent it to the absolutely wrong email address. Oh no. Oh no, they're shipping it in 2 separate segments. No. How dare they? What am I supposed to do with half of it? What am I supposed to do with half of my order? Okay. Well, I don't have an update on when it's going to be here. Just that they have tracking numbers now, and they split it into 2 boxes. Briv or Shandy feeling Shandy would help more. Shandy would help like more initially. Shandy gets her speed just right out of the box. And batteries not required. And she'll just, yeah, she's great. You can get a feat for her eventually, like whenever you decide that makes it easier. I don't have it. She gets a speed feat by default. But there is another speed down here, Second Wind, which is amazing. Just cuts the time it takes for the speed to kick in down to 10 seconds from 30. And that's just absolutely amazing. But she's good right out of the box. Whereas Briv is going to need some item levels. And by some, I mean like all of them. But Briv basically scales infinitely. So Shandy's a good first place to start. I start with Briv because not necessarily for the speed, but because I want like a really beefy tank to start out with. That's just the way I like to play the game. But then again, in RPGs and MMOs, I like to play tanks. So it's kind of, it's inherent. Start off with a good, strong tank. Well, yeah, I mean, you do invest, but I mean, you invest in a lot of the speed champions, but they give a return on their investment, right? So, but you can start with Shandy, And then, if you want an investment champion, you can go Human and then Sentry. I mean, Diana needs an investment, but honestly, her speed feat is her feats are easier speed investments. We're at 105%, and I only have a blue level 6, but it's because of this feat, 12,500 gem feat. Then there's an 80% one for 50,000. That's not worth it for me yet, but eventually it absolutely will be. So those speed feats on champions that, like the gem version of speed feats on champions that are that actually help you progress through adventures quickly, they pay for themselves ultimately, and then keep giving you more gems after that. It gets submitted, nice. Yeah, I mean, you can get either Briv or Human early on, just as somewhere to dump your item levels into. Like that's the thing, is like when you start the game, having somebody to dump your item levels into so that you can unlock Mert quickly is good, because you don't want to dump them in just anyone. You want to dump them on a speed champion. And usually people go for Briv or Human. Arguably, Diana might be an option now, because she does give you so much back for what you put into her with those transition speed things. I don't know. Has anybody done a comparison, like 1,000 areas with Diana versus 1,000 areas without Diana, but with with other speed champions in, and just see what kind of difference it is? Curious. Or even with no speed champions, just to see what the flat difference is. I mean, so far I think she's a good addition to everything. I think it just made it a little weird. I'm not super happy with my Briv Gem farm with her in yet, but that's more a damage level thing that I'm just trying to figure out how I want to resolve. It's running and it's stable. It's just not as, like, it's faster than it was before, but I feel like there's probably some tweaking I could do that could really make it a lot faster. But I just don't have enough time to do that. Like, that would probably be a whole day of us sitting here just doing that. 20% faster. I mean, it definitely feels faster. It feels better. And feels better can be good even if it isn't as mathematically good as we think it is, right? It's all about how it feels. Forgot to toggle on the reset level. Oh, I hate it when that happens. That's when I come back and I find out that, like, my speed team somehow pushed to 2001, which isn't a thing. Like, it's happened multiple times. Like, that's not... Oh, it broke. Okay. There's our 200 levels of quick damage. This is where we're going. So we can pretty easily... We know we can get to 200 clicking. I don't think we can get to 225. So anything beyond there is going to take a little bit of fire potion once we get there. Man, all this hit-based stuff is just really killing the progress, especially without Shandy here. Yeah, you always got to try it. I mean, if you've got time, if you got the speed potions, you know, just try it. It's hard for me to just try things on this account because I can't do things super fast just yet. Which is probably why, you know, I don't know. I don't know if we're going to bother with tier 3. I feel like at best we'd be able to do one variant for each of them, like the lowest at best. I don't know that it's worth it for one gold chest. Oh, speaking of, forgot we were looking at this stuff. Diana's at 11. Nordham's at 12. Bridal's at 11. Okay. And Grome's at 10. Okay. So now we're at the point where why is it showing everyone? Now we're at the point we can spread these tokens out, like one for each event champion, one pack for each event champion. But I think with only 14,000 left, I think what's probably best for me to do with them is hold on to them until our next flex slot. I don't know who that's going to be. I'm tempted to go with Jaheira just for support and as a good support option and also as a good DPS option. But then again, Avandra for Dirty Gold Farm. That's yeah, tempting, very tempting. But I think we hold on to the tokens for that to make sure they end up with a decent amount of item levels as well. And by decent, I just mean matching. Similar item levels. Having 10 to 13 item levels isn't decent, but it's where we live right now. It's where we live right now. That's you know, look, we're in blues and purples, and when we live at 13 item levels. Unlike our core, which are wow, that's way different. 2853. God. Why? So far off. Wow. We must have hit a transition as we did this. Medium potion of speed and a blue echo. Nice. Nice, Sentry. So Sentry only has one green left. That's good. Last couple of blues have been good blues. Or last couple of Electrums have been good chests. We've gotten blues, and we've gotten speed potions. So we need one here. One on Havilar. Who was the other? And one on Egbert. Okay, we only need 3 blues. That's great. That's great. Let's make sure. Yeah. Awesome. Awesome. That's progress. Slow, but it's steady. Slow but steady. Like how the bird's all wee, and now I'm going slow. It's like you can't hit me. I'm going so fast. Click. Oh. Okay, so after our time to shine, spined nuisances is going to be 225 areas. So we're kind of knocking out the lower ones first. But you know what? I want to take a look once we get done with this because some of them were locked based off you having completed a certain number of adventures and variants. I hated it when they did that. I don't think they do that anymore, which is a good thing. I wish they'd go back and remove it from these, but so we'll need to look. I'll need to look. We'll do that right now as we complete this adventure. All right. So